Alrighty, guys, we are at the last round of our locals over at Dean's last weekend. We've got a battle of the brothers here. We've got Will playing Mike. We've got Will playing D-Brigade, Mike playing Fenrilooga. So going to be a pretty good match for you guys. We've got two really good players as well, probably showcasing their decks too. Mike, as RB, has been cooking with his dogs, so I'm excited to see him play Fenry. But yeah, I think this should be a very, very interesting one.
Yeah, agreed.
So without further ado, let's hop right into this.
I think it's something to note here too. Mike is normally a blue player. He's played purple, like he played Rave a little bit during EX4 and BT-14, but he's traditionally always played blue, and he's a blue chef. And Will normally plays a lot of red. He has played black before and like other stuff like that. So this should be kind of fun watching them kind of play colors that they don't typically play most often. Actually, no, that's not true. Will did play a lot of alpha. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He played Reflecting Alpha, which is, black. So
got Missy played out a High Commandra. Turn one from Mike, analog to pick up I believe it was Death X, right?
Yeah, grabs Death X there, which I think is the right call against D-Brigade.
That's him to pick up one and put one in trash, but you want to definitely put that Black Gato in trash. So
yeah, which
honestly,
as a note too,
yeah,
with Dracmon, you're just because I don't want anyone to like call it out, you're supposed to trash a card first, then add a card to hand, and then you bottom deck the last one. So don't worry, we see it.
We see it.
I appreciate the engagement, but don't worry. We got there. Anyways.
But honestly, solid first turn for both players. Outside of not seeing a rookie on Mike's end, I mean, I think that's like definitely good ideal setup. And then Fang to just pitch another Black Gato.
Neither of them saw rookies.
Yeah.
Well, at least rookies to go into in the back, at least until now, with Will going into the Commander in the back, and then just Evils into Brigadra. Delete to play cost of 7 or less. Or total, true. Yeah, so he hits both.
Swings Nume after mind linking. There's a Luga.
Yeah. Jamming.
Another Nume. Oh, God.
Oh, man. He's just seeing all the
Sasuke.
All the Sasuke's. Jeez. Okay. And then end of turn effect. Plays out 2 other Commandramon, and we are in the game.
My lord.
So, I mean, we already knew Mike grabbed the Death X earlier, which I'm sure Will's aware of.
Yeah.
But I think we all know what's about to happen right now. Because, I mean, it's what? 3, 6,
1, 2,
9,
3,
12.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'd be free.
Yeah, it'd be free. And he would blow up everything on the board outside of the Brigadra. So, yeah, he does that. Which, it looks like Will,
Will's like, yep. Fair.
Yep. For free. What does Mike do from here? Checking his trash. See what he's got set up in there so far. Looks like that's kind of where just the train ends a little bit.
Plays out a Gabu. Plays a Call-in, a Poppet. Oh, okay. Not a bad play. Not a bad play.
I guess he already has a rookie in the back. I actually don't know what rookie that is. Is it Loogamon in the back?
I think it's
already?
a Luga, yeah.
Okay.
Death X should have. Oh no, never mind. I'm stupid.
You thought I was going to delete something?
Yeah. Push up, go into Brigade, swing with the Commander Boy.
And so here's the thing for D-Brigade. It is very hard to get rid of a Death X. D-Brigade does not have any built-in tools to deal with Death X outside of also having Death X and praying that they leave their Death X on board is the lowest thing. Otherwise, you kind of just have to play around it or through it. Yeah. Because you can't even really swing over it. You don't climb DP high enough. So.
Right.
It just sort of exists, and it just is kind of a constant nuisance, which is something I've considered with my D-Brigade build on like ways to get around it.
Sure. We see Will swing into a training, but then play out a Commandra to reveal top 5. Picks up the last Satsuki.
Those cards back on top. Then end of turn effect of Brigadra is going to reveal top 3. So he'll play out the 2 Commandra, trash the other training, and then just that Commandra dies because it's the 2 cost. So that honestly works out in Will's favor.
Yeah.
Mike definitely he needs to get going.
Yeah, that's always been my fear with these, like, that was the thing that hit me with Shine. I mean, arguably, didn't play it as much, so you could argue I wasn't as like skilled with the deck. But like I just felt like if I weren't hitting my pieces, I was just sitting in.
Yeah, I'm realizing Mike was trying to find an AG, but just no AG.
No AG. Like if you don't see AG, I mean, I feel like you're in a pretty bad spot.
Yeah, and to that, you know, that other side of the coin there, Will's seen three of his Satsuki?
4. He's got 1 in hand.
Does he have 1 hit? Oh, true. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Mike trying to consider what he can do here.
And I think his only hope would be to like maybe swing.
Everything has blocker. So he's gonna just
maybe
swing
like
Fang.
Digivolve and like hope you draw into like possibly a second Death X if you choose to run it.
Okay,
you know?
I see what he's doing. So he grabs the. Oh wait, no.
Grabs that. Yeah, he should trash Lugar to go into it. Yep.
So draw him a card, and then. So if it gets deleted, so he opts to block with that Commandra. Okay.
Okay. That could be big
Whiffs,
for Mike. Never
but
mind.
does have the cargo draw effect, which lets him play out another one. So Mike looks like he's trying to decide what to do. He could go Fenry at this point, but Fenry doesn't do anything. It's almost better just to pass or do something else. Okay. Miss, trashes 2, draws 1. End of turn effect. He's going to be able to and delete. Adds a Loogamon back to hand.
Can at least pop 1.
The issue here though is that he can't pop the Brigadier because the Brigadier is going to just have protections anyways. Yeah. So it's just a rough spot to be in. Will just not seeing the AG was rough, so he's going to use the protection, pop a Commandra, top 3, plays out another BT-4 Commandra. Sasuke's spells out end of turn, and then Will's going to start of main shoot up to 5.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then Will's going to just full send because he knows that Fenry does not have much it can do.
Yeah. That's the scary part too, is that like unless you go fast with Fenry, like your security is probably not really gonna do a whole lot in terms of stopping these like quick rush or OTK plays. Security is either just gonna give you the resources, but if you don't survive into the next turn, like it doesn't matter.
Well, and the crazy thing too there, right, is like that was with a Death X on board that he kept that many bodies on board because he was able to find the 2-drop Commandra.
Right.
Yeah, that was hell of a game 1. Okay.
Not bad.
Move on to game 2.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the more I think about it, Death X so good in this meta with just how wide board these decks are going nowadays.
Yeah, Death X I feel like is just because Fenry and D-Brigade exist in the meta right now, and we still have things like Bloom that exist because it gets this like pseudo support off the plant stuff. Death X just has so much merit to existing in this meta right now. In any deck, like even like Greymon and Melga having like a 1-of slot for the Death X is probably not a bad idea.
Right.
Because if you for example, right, if you're gonna make your big turn play and you push up, a lot of times with how wide these boards get nowadays, you can play Death X for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that lets you just kind of just start going for game. We're gonna see Mike start us off here though. I can't tell what rookie he went into in the back, but just does after going into a rookie, plays out a missed memory boost, trashes 2, draws 1. You see the calling go bye-bye though, which is unfortunate. Will just hypering up into a cargo draw.
Sheesh. Oh my lord.
Off of 3, which is, yeah, I mean, that's a very valid play. It's a good line to see. I can't tell if he has a Brigadier in hand or not.
Missed memory.
Trash 2, draws 1. That was a Loogamon that he just drew.
I feel like Mike's just having a hard time finding his... Okay, well, there's an AG.
Okay, alright. He saw AG.
He's alive, boys. He's alive.
That's the thing with Fenry. Like, RB plays it very consistently. I've noticed. Like, RB's had some very consistent luck with Fenry from what I've seen. But the deck definitely feels like if you don't see AG, you are just dead in the water.
Yeah.
You're not doing much unless you get a lot of memory passed over to you.
The few games that I've played, that it definitely feels like that. You know, like if I'm seeing AG, it's a good game. If I'm like struggling to see that guy, it's just I can't do anything.
reminiscent of Dragon Links needing Hina, but just not as bad.
Yeah.
Mike does gonna leave him back. I'm just up to. I think he's just considering his option. Beluga? Okay.
Goes into Fang.
Can't swing with it though.
Cracks the boost. Play out a
training. The ruin mode, that's good tech. Grabs the Black Gato. Ooh. Now what does he do?
Rough.
Was it worth? I have to wonder if it was worth going into the Fang in the front there, because it's gonna just probably die. No?
Gonna Mind Link. Plays out a Fasco. Gains a memory from the Luga, and then is he gonna spit out AG?
He's got 2 blockers. No, he's leaving it in there to get, because it gives Alliance and blocker.
Yeah.
So he's doing it so he can block some of the swings. The swing. He'll let that one through. It'll die. Top 3, no Commandra. 2 Cargo Droid at bottom of deck, though. That's really bad. Cargo Droid Inheritable does let them see another Commandra.
Trashes another cargo. But at least it's in trash.
Oh, wow, that is.
Deck.
Yeah.
Cracks the boot.
So this. Yep. D-Digis.
The bum.
We'll put a Nume, a Commandra, and a Satsuki back on top of deck, it looks like.
Oh no. There goes
And
AG.
then clears board. Yeah. Yeah, DC bomb. That's the risk leaving the tamer under DC when you have, or when you're going against D-Brigade and they have a DCD bomb if you leave your body too low.
No Sasuke to play, so it does pass turn, but then with Brigade's effect, well, there you go.
Board's right all over again. Now here's the thing: you can grab I think you can grab Luga, or you can grab AG from trash off of Luga's effect. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So that's good.
To gain a memory.
So it's like he started his turn with AG anyways. Okay, analog youth for 2. Interesting. I guess he does have all the memory
He does have
gain
the memory
and
to work
stuff.
with.
Now, what's he looking for though? Is he looking for a Lugamon or Lugarmon rather?
Maybe.
I know we know he has.
Yep.
Waiting on grabbing that, but well, actually, my Will does not have protections on the Brigadra, so he could delete it. But is it worth the resources to evil up into that just to like spend all that memory to boost things? He pops the mist first, goes to 3.
Oh.
Evo's Black
Has to use a
Gato.
Black Gato. I think that's what he was missing
So-
was any other level 4.
I mean, I guess he could, in theory, pop the training. He's not going to. Okay, so never mind.
Just to spit out.
And the turn spits out
gain a
AG.
memory, then Hell Lugar's effect will pop him. Draw
Yeah.
2.
Luga back to hand.
Yeah. He can
Keeps
choose
it-
to pitch.
He has to pitch
But
in
he's got
Ricard,
the decoy commander as
AG.
well, right?
That's smart. He does have decoy.
So even
too.
if he
I didn't
does
think
try
about
to pop the brigade, I mean, you've got the decoy commander that'll just
that.
take it instead.
Mike's just considering now because I think he realizes that the decoy's there and he didn't think about that before. It looks like Mike's still just getting used to the deck. I think that the better play, he's going to delete the Numa. Because, yeah, you can't decoy that. I have to wonder if he would have used the training. He could have gone into that for 1, used analog youth to keep turn because he would have passed his memory back over to 0. Been able to go into the Luga and then probably like evo it into a level, either a level 4 or maybe play it another training or something like that.
Yeah.
And then just been ready to like go next turn. So I think that might have been the better play, and not doing that may have just cost him
maybe
a lot.
Just swinging.
Those two body. So those two
He's
can
got
swing.
two
Those
that
two
are
bodies
fresh,
can't.
but he's got two that can swing right now.
Perfect. Looks like. Okay, those all die.
I mean, he doesn't have game now, but I mean, like, what's Mike gonna do at this point?
He didn't give himself an egg. If he
Yeah.
would have played it the other way around, he definitely could have had maybe a play this turn with the AG on board and then an AG in
Yeah.
trash off of going into Luga and pushing Luga up. Because I've had RB cook me from just going from like, I put him to one memory and he'll just raise his Lugamon, gain a bunch of memory and go, and yeah. Mike's just gonna scoop. Unfortunate kind of miss there. I think the game definitely
I think this
changes.
just goes to show that like Fenry, yes, it's hyped as like probably best deck in format, and I think for good reason, right? Like it can do so much so fast, but
Yeah, it can OTK you very easily.
yeah, but as is like the story with all these OTK decks, you kind of need your pieces, otherwise you're in a bit of a rough spot. Or even if you like maybe misplay once, or there's like a subtle play that maybe you don't hit right away, that can also screw you over. So, you know, it's still really, really good. Don't get me wrong. I still think it's gonna be a menace to deal with, but like it still takes proper setup and proper sequencing to actually click.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Fenry's biggest issue, the thing that helps balance it out, is that it needs to be able to put pieces in trash as it's going. So it usually can take a little bit to get set up. But man, there is a merit to that. I think that's something that like Mike maybe should have. If Mike watches this, he can consider this. But it's something RB did to me when we were doing the practice games the other night, where he didn't worry about cards in his trash. He just got a Fenry out early.
Yeah. Yeah,
he had a Fenry out, and he was able to just kind of start pushing aggression. He would be able to swing and delete stuff pretty easily. Because something I didn't realize too is Fenry counts himself as one of the Digimon on board needed to delete something.
Correct.
To, like, increase the level.
Yeah.
So no matter what you're deleting at least level 4, very easy to delete level 5s, even if you just went into the Solugar. And yeah, it's
just having Fenry out on board and having to say to your opponent like, "Hey, like deal with it."
Answer me. And it's hard because if they are smart about their memory consumption, they can put you in a position where you can't deal with it with D-Brigade unless you just block it. And even then with Alliance, that becomes pretty hard to do. But I mean, you have protections, so there's ways to like navigate it, but it's very difficult.
True, yeah. No, I mean, I think definitely, I think the mantra of our early sort of BT-14 meta is like we're all still learning, right? And I think particularly with this set, you know, the decks, there's so many different ways to pilot each one.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't even talked about Yellow Vaccine yet, you know, like there's
we
so
haven't had
many
that on
different ways to pilot Yellow Vaccine that it's crazy.
So many different builds for Yellow Vaccine.
Yeah.
But yes, there's look forward to a lot of the new stuff on the channel.
Yeah. We're excited for it. Hopefully you guys are too. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. That wraps up our locals from Sunday. We're going to be getting more videos out, hopefully later this week, about Yellow Vaccine, maybe a couple on like Blue Hybrid and Melga. I know, TJ, you're doing the Digi-Police D-Brigade one.
Yes, it will come out this week. It might drop Thanksgiving Day, or it'll drop some other time. I don't know when this video is going live. It might already be up. We'll find out.
But that being said, guys, amidst all this, just thank you. You know, it's Thanksgiving weekend, so thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for always tuning in. Hope you all have a good one with your family. Be sure to, you know, spend it with your loved ones as much as we love Digimon. Trust us. A little break is always nice too. So hopefully you all can spend it with your close ones. But yeah, that'll wrap it up, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.